a male gorilla appeared in front of him. This gorilla, out of the dense jungle, appeared on top of the high canopy, his eyes fixed on Damien. Then, it quickly climbed down the canopy and came to the shore as if waiting to meet Damien. The same feeling of excitement filled Damien, and he disregarded the surrounding companions who tried to persuade him not to go to the shore and into the unknown danger. However, Damien insisted on meeting the gorilla. Knowing that an adult wild gorilla could easily take the life of its target in just a few seconds, he told his companions that if the gorilla attacked him, they should use food to attract its attention so that he could escape. Then, he walked toward the gorilla with a sense of trepidation. Under the nervous gazes of his companions, Damien got closer and closer to the gorilla. However, the gorilla did not show the slightest bit of aggression. On the contrary, it looked gently at Damien. Damien sat on the ground, and the gorilla slowly approached Damien's ear, as if the two were old friends who hadn't met in a long time, exchanging ideas so closely. Damien picked a leaf, chewed it a few times, then fed it to the gorilla. The gorilla didn't reject it and put it in its mouth. It then extended its hand and pressed it gently on Damien's chest with a clenched fist. Both Damien and the gorilla seemed to convey how much they missed each other. Despite speaking different languages, they communicated without obstacles. Damien told the gorilla his purpose and wishes, while the gorilla expressed its trust and longing for Damien through its eyes and gestures. The gorilla, Kribby, had lived on Damien's property since he was a child and had been cared for as if he were Kribby's own. Kribby would comb Damien's hair and cuddle with him. It's no wonder their bond was so strong. Kribby was released into the wilds of Gabon 5 years ago, and Damien waited all that time before returning to Africa to see his old friend. Damien and Kribby exchanged words for a long time. Kribby held onto Damien's sleeve so tightly that no matter how hard Damien tried, he couldn't loosen Kribby's grip. Kribby even introduced his wives to Damien, and although they didn't know him, their exchanges became harmonious due to Kribby's warmth and sincerity. The wives even lay on Damien's back, scrutinizing the stranger. Eventually, Damien had to leave the jungle and return to the camp. However, Kribby was very reluctant to let him go, and Damien's companions had to distract Kribby with food to allow Damien to leave. Surprisingly, the wet-eyed Kribby started chasing Damien's boat with his wife, wading all the way to Damien's rest camp. There, Kribby spent the night with his wife and son near Damien's tent. The next day, Damien swam in the water and discovered Kribby quietly observing him from the bushes on the other side of the river. Overjoyed, Damien eagerly shared his excitement with the cameraman. The young gorillas didn't reject this human they'd never met before. Instead, they were very close and friendly to Damien, treating him like a grandfather. The young gorillas sat on Damien's shoulders and climbed to the top of the tree while Damien nervously watched from below, his hands ready to support them for fear they might fall. One baby gorilla shook Damien's hand and hugged him, while the parents watched, seemingly relieved and trusting of Damien. For Damien, the trip was an indescribably happy and satisfying experience that he would never forget. Damien's family was well off, and he inherited his father's large estate and wishes. He steadfastly devoted all his energy to the cause of animal protection. Damien's vision was to return captive animals to nature and freedom. To realize this vision, he had released 53 gorillas, 18 of which had already produced offspring. Despite this, Damien stood by his belief in protecting the animals' right to live freely. Damien's story demonstrates the deep emotional bond between humans and animals. Whether human or animal, we are all part of the life on Earth and should care for and protect one another. May everyone, like Damien, be concerned about and protect animals. Let us work together so that every life on Earth can be respected and cared for. Let's write every chapter in the cause of animal protection with love and care. Well, that's today's story. This video ends here. If you liked it, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.